Good evening from India, although I'm sitting in Los Angeles, California, USA. I'm Doug Brunke, founder and CEO of Global Chamber. We're going to be talking about Export League today, and we also have some guests who will be speaking about entrepreneurship, business success, and growth, personal, both personal and business growth. Thank you for joining us today, whether it's here in person or it's on the video on YouTube. Uh, Exporting is such an important concept. I've visited India many times and was largely supporting exporters from India back into other parts of the world in the automotive industry, in aerospace, in a variety of different industries. And I've always felt that the Indian business community was successful, was capable, and is one that recognizes that there is a big world outside and that there are certain companies that are able to export. That's an important idea because exporting drives money back into the country, and that money is used within taxes to pay for roads and infrastructure and all the things required to continue growth for the region and for the country. And so exporting has always been important to me personally, from doing it with the DuPont company and the Phelps Dodge company, now Freeport McMoran, and supporting others to be successful. I'm also a longtime member of the District Export Council here in the US, mainly focused in on US exporters to be more successful. However, I believe that every country should have initiatives to do more exporting. And so we're very pleased in our first conversation today at the Global Chamber India Meetup to talk about the Export League program, the leader of which is Maha. And Maha is an amazing entrepreneur who's not only capable, very capable in helping exporters, but also she's very passionate, like I am, to help companies understand the opportunity and then also give them the step-by-step tips and techniques to be successful with exporting. It's tricky. It's not easy. We're assuming that many of the leaders who will be joining Export League from India to be able to be more successful in exporting will be already have many of the business elements worked out to be successful locally. The challenge, a lot of the challenge becomes going forward, how do I find a client in another country? How do I have a conversation with that qualified lead and prospect for my product? How do I have that conversation successfully? And then how do I build the ability to be an exporter to them and others? And so that part is really tricky, not just for Indian exporters, but for any exporter. So we had created the Export League program for initially for US companies to be successful. And most of the Export League initiatives have already been focused in on US companies being successful outbound. I think this is the first one that we've done in another country looking outbound. And the focus of this one will be India, US. So we'll have a number of different speakers and programs, and then ultimately introductions to targeted prospects for each of the companies in Export League. However, I'll let Maha take the full explanation. And so Maha, thank you for your leadership, your knowledge to help exporters be more successful, to lead the Export League program for India and for Global Chamber. Could you tell us a little bit more and let exporters know what the opportunity is for them to connect with clients and also to be successful, more successful in exporting?
Thank you so much, Doug, for that amazing introduction. I'm truly humbled So coming to this opportunity of Export League, I've been member of Global Chamber for the past 1 year, and I have watched Global Chamber through LinkedIn, how active, how passionate, and every time it's easier for us to reach out to Doug and Cesar, and when they do it, they really manage the connections. If we are clear about asking for the right connections, we always get the reply back within maximum, I think, 5 6 hours, or within, if it is working hours, sometimes within even minutes. So, as an export growth consultant, what we have seen with Indian exporters, the relationship between India, US is one of the top trading country for India. India always maintained a friendly relationship with US, irrespective of whichever government is ruling or the parties running the government. But India always maintained that relationship, and if with and it is always going to be like that because of different reasons. Our diaspora is the largest in US. We are the topmost. There is always a there is always a demand for Indian food products or Indian products which are highly associated with Indian culture and ethnicity. That is one top priority. And the second thing, if we see, US is also a agricultural country. If you see, US also gives a lot of importance to agriculture. So a lot of our Indian agriculture equipments, they find home in US market for a lot of different reasons as well. And if we see pharma, we are the leading generic medicine suppliers to US market. And we are the top, we are always, if we see the supplying companies to US, we are in the top 10. So there are a lot of industries already doing very well in US. Currently with China, yes, the potential of India and China, we are not comparing two countries. We are comparing the capabilities of two different countries with their position in international market. Each country has have their own sovereignty. We respect that. The difference between China and India is that China is now moving more towards AI driven, okay, from a manufacturing hub to a service industry. So recently, when I was talking to one of the walls manufacturer in Hubli, who manufacture walls. Usually, he found very tough competition with China. He always won by the quality. He always won with the relationship he built, resilience. But currently, what's happening is the China factories are getting shut due to extreme climates and due to a lot of different reasons, and AI is one of the reasons. Okay, so people who always bought from China for two reasons. One is, yes, pricing. Another one is the infrastructure. Third one is the how fast they can respond. This is something Indian exporters have to learn from Chinese. I always say that. But now the exporter like Prakash, who knows how to respond immediately, shiftly, who knows how to build the relationship, but he has a challenge. Every business operation depends upon him. He cannot focus separately on marketing. He loves to travel, but he cannot risk traveling 2 weeks away from his business. When he comes back to his business, he has to set everything right. So, what is the solution? Manufacturers like him, who has the ability, who has the opportunity, but the only thing, he cannot put his hands or feet in the market. This is where the global chamber becomes the beautiful partners, the amazing partners, realistic partners for exporters. Who has This is case study 1. Let's go to case study 2. There is a company which is as I said, agricultural equipment manufacturer, who is already supplying to US market, but it is uh, it's not a startup, it's not a big MNC also. It is somewhere in the middle with a decent turnover. Now, this company totally depends upon the head of exports, who does not know any personal connections in US. And the problem is, he is not able to keep up with customs challenges, documentation. He has amazing product, Already there is an experience they have exporting to US market with all the changes and announcements. And the media always put the scary news on the top, or the news which will keep the rating high. So how will this company thrive? They need a local partner, realistic partner, who can help them in every area, from customs if something goes wrong, how to expand, how to find new distributors. Global Chamber is the right partner. Let's go to case number three. Case number three, there is, if you see in the world, India is the largest exporter of natural stones, raw natural stones. And each part of our, when I say natural stones, it is marbles, granites. Of course, limestone, UAE is the topmost. But when it comes to marbles, when it comes to granites, when it comes to ceramics, of course, I can ask Doug, which is his favorite natural stone for construction. So all these construction materials, India is the topmost. But do you know the sad truth? Every year, every year 3,000 containers of these stones land in US, that is made in India, but not directly. It gets re-exported. Someone is buying from us in Europe, let's say Spain, and then they re-export either with polishing or just changing some lamination, something which India is capable of doing. Now, our product ending in another market, this is fine. It's still a good or business opportunity. But think how much a business can grow, an Indian exporter can grow if they have a direct partners, direct understanding, and their strategy. This is just many of cases I've just highlighted how export league can help an exporter who's not only a beginner but also in the industry, also heavily dependent on their one or two employees, but they are not able to scale up because they are not sure how the return on investment. This is where export league fills the gap by giving the experts who are in the market, who could be vouched for. As a global chamber community, we could all say that, right? Whether we have gained business out of it or not, we can definitely say, of course, I've done business, so no complaints about that. But we can always say, when we reach out to Doug or Cesar or anyone in the tribe, we always got the right answers. And we can vouch for people they connect. Do we agree as a global
Yes,
community? How many
absolutely.
of we can say this testimony across loud enough in LinkedIn? Who will get such a partner from US? I do not know. I've been in one of the referral marketing organization. I'm not going to put them down either. But what this difference I've seen is, when I wanted a connection from another country, there is always a hierarchy. And I have to fulfill the obligation of that referral marketing, because they have some scoring for each businesses. And they say um, slash gain, but I always felt we are the someone who has to prove or give and wait and then gain. Again, these two organizations are totally different, but from an Indian business perspective, I'm saying how at ease we have these connections and resources and people who can help us in the market. So this is the reason why we are doing Export League, because in RSM, if I have to give couple of examples of our process, now we already have an exporter who's exporting to US market. Please let me know, Jimmy, when I have to stop, because once I start speaking, I love talking and I forget the time. So we have an, yeah. So we have an exporter who's already exporting to US. When she adapted to reverse sourcing method, when we looked at her marketing strategy, there was no marketing strategy. It was like shooting the arrow in every area. And she was stressed out. You know why? Everything was manual. She reached out people manually, written every single same email again and again. There was no software in place, no target audience, no marketing channel, no strategy, no KPIs in her business. When we helped her with RSM, within 1 year, she doubled the revenue just for US market. We narrowed down her target audience. We narrowed down how to position her business. on the aspects of market demand, everything related to product positioning. That's what we are very strong in, and how to address these audience pain points and see as a credible exporter and her recurring revenue. This term is very strong among startup ecosystem. Investor will look for recurring revenue, bond rate, churn rate. That we have proved for exports industry with US market. Someone doubling the industry. Then this year, you would have all heard about the mango that failed, right? Two of our exporters got the orders, but they did not execute. They openly said, right now, there is a soft issue test. There's a soft tissue challenge. That means if you cut the mango seed will not be in full shape. It would be as if someone has already eaten the seed. That is called a soft tissue. Our exporter openly said that and they did not do it. Now, next season, mango pulp is opening. The same buyer is coming back. Why? Honesty.
Yes.
Yes, people look for that. It's okay. Even in India, we fear saying something goes wrong. That's how we were brought up, right? We always ensure whatever goes wrong, we are in complete control of the situation. But how it will be perceived in the international market, it would not be perceived professional. It will not be perceived as management skills. It will be perceived as just lying, cheating. So we should understand this cultural perspective of approaching a business. Who can teach us better than someone who has been in that market doing business for years? And every time Doug used to say that there are 14 cultures in US. And I always wanted to ask, what is those 14 culture, Doug? Will you teach us? So
Yeah. And in India, there's so many more. So I think people understand that idea, right? Different regions have different cultures. Um, not to interrupt, I just for the sake of time, I think it would be helpful to um, understand specifically what the Export League program is in terms of the timeline. When do people need to sign up? That's a key aspect. Explaining kind of the key elements to it. And then ultimately, the benefits, as you say, are significant because we're going to be dedicated to the success of these exporters and provide help in that 14 region part they call the US, or we all call the US, the United States of different cultures, and to connect up. But what does the timeline look like? When you get a chance, shifting over to that would be very helpful.
yes. So, yes, I've explained enough with case studies. Let me go into the Export League, how we can make use of this Export League program. This is actually, even we say it program, it is a hand holding. We are going to show them literally how it works in US market. So it starts from June 19th. Every one of us will be able to see the link in the chat box. Ideally, at least 1 week before, people should start registering so that we have the complete understanding of who's coming. And we have planned it over June, July, and August. So the session starts with first customs regulation, which is a key thing for US, and then we will move into the cultural perspective and business perspective for building up the relationship. When that's happening, Kansakriba will provide the database so that the participants do not have to themselves look for who's the right buyers, what are their details. The business data will be provided from Console Kriba before the end of June or the first week of July. We will see every time, we will see how much the participants have understood and they are strong enough, and their full marketing process will go into July, so that by the end of July they have a strong inquiries or conversations going on with the contacts in the US. We also help them with market customized, because each business is different, each product potential is different, how to position themselves. So we, from Conceptruba, we will provide the customized marketing strategy and communication template based on these sessions. Experts going to come from Global Chamber, giving us perspective of what timelines a business need to understand. How do you as businesses go from knowing you, liking you, and trusting you? What is that journey is like, and what do they expect when they see a email, and how the timings should be, and whether a Gmail would be even still honored, or even the tiniest questions, we will have an opportunity to network with the experts. And the experts also not going to go through theoretically, they are going to give us the realistic how to connect with the businesses in US. So if someone is following it up, if you compare the investment, if someone is going to travel to US and be part of exhibition, travel across US, how much do you think will be? Any idea? Any rough idea? Anyone who has traveled to US, even for holidays?
Uh, I mean, like you're asking about certain number of days or just a business trip, which might be of 1 week or so.
Just a business trip, or just even going and coming back?
Well, you are asking in INR, right? Indian rupees.
Yes, yes, you can say it in INR, yes.
Yeah, it's not going to be less than 5 lakhs or more. It's of course
Yeah,
going to be more,
exactly,
not less
five
than
to
five.
six, five
Five to
lakhs.
six lakhs. Yeah.
Yes. And the return on investment someone can take if only if they have understanding of customs, have these connections, already conversation is going on, and they are ready to do business. This experience of connecting with the businesses and the exposure of business that they are going to achieve in Exports League with just an investment of $600, even if we put 90 rupees as a conversion, it is just 54,000. That is 1/10 of someone who can think of going to US and coming back without expecting any sales on hand. So this is what Export League is going to give, and the calendar is already shared by Jamie in the chat. I'm also going to share it if I'm allowed. I could just show you my screen. So it is easy to register. The link, if someone is interested, they can just go straight away and register. Right, it's being a first edition. This is to 600. When this completes, we would go third edition, second edition. Definitely this price will not be available. Why I'm insisting on price, I know this is not style of Global Chamber hard selling or insisting on price, but I want to insist this because the time is very short. By June 2nd, they should confirm. Otherwise the regular price would be $2,000 if they want to be part of it. So, if any question is there, I'm open to answer the questions. I believe I've answered everything. So, yeah.
Thank you, Maha. What is yeah, I think you've been really clear in terms of that this is going to be a unique program for both training and connections. What are some of the key deadlines?
So, for the registration into the program, the deadline is already mentioned at June 2nd. That's the deadline if they want to be in with that price offer. And the sessions, the participants, what they are going to do is they are going to be part of the sessions and prepare their businesses based on that. Other deadlines are from our side. So that is first thing is giving the business database. That Consult Kriba is taking care of by first week of July maximum. That's the first week of July, because it is customized. So the businesses have to present their company profile, the positioning of their product in US market. So that company profile, their previous experiences, all that they have to present before the end of June.
Got it.
Yes, yeah. And then July fully, it's a marketing. It is focused on that is connecting with people, starting the discussion, building their credibility with the US businesses. So they should be ready with their marketing materials as per the recommendations given by the experts. So before the end of July, they should start the conversation. So it's like once they got the database by first week of July, from first week, they have to start connecting. So third week, we can start reviewing how the connections have done, how they have initiated the conversation, communications, so that by they can start seeing the progress. Definitely, nobody can guarantee that August they will have one order in hand. That is the efficiency of the participants. But the minimal guarantee what we are giving is they could be completely prepared on the terms of customs regulations, business preparations and communications with the right data and customized marketing and starting the conversation. Right? So,
Great.
yeah.
I know from past experience, there's a lot of questions that go into asking who are the best clients for each one of the companies. And so we're very diligent in that. Number one. Number two is even after we make the connection, there's often still some support that we provide. I think to very directly to your point, it's really up to the company to do the sale. However, we do support. So if something goes off or the company has questions about how to maneuver the next steps, we are available to do that. With many cases where we interject our thoughts and those thoughts and being a go-between to manage through any issues that come up are almost always very helpful. So we're happy to help. We want the companies to be successful. Success in one area leads to other and more, and so success breeds success. Does anybody have any questions for Maha? Maha, could
You are
you?
in mute.
Oh, is there someone that?
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I just want to add over here that a couple of days back I had reached out to Maha regarding the export link program, how we can collaborate or intertwine with the event I'm planning to do in Goa. It's called the Goa Global Exchange for the export community over there, and of course my members. I'm planning a full day immersive platform focused on empowering Goan exporters so they can enable market access and facilitating live trade connections with the international buyers. So the event's objective basically is to build capabilities in exports and international trade. So I just want to understand how we can join hands on this one-day program. If I'm conducting in July, I'm planning to do that. Of course, it will be initiated by Global Chamber Goa chapter and my association AIDA. So I think Maha, we can whatever the dates and everything you discussed, that can be clubbed together and we can do the program jointly.
Sorry, Arti, that message, the way I understood what I didn't understand that is in with connections to Global Chamber because there was no word about export leak in that message. My understanding was that you asked how we could be part of it. But coming to this is my views, of course, Doug can say that exports preparation or export connections needs time. It cannot be done in one day, and that's the reason we are doing the program, that's the reason we are doing this. But if they are part of it and we can do I don't know how it we can probably I don't know whether we can invite because it's in July. By that time they'll have the people contacts in hand and we can just send them an email. We have been in connections and would you be interested in online networking like this happening on that date? But it needs preparation. We cannot just like that say these businesses can export to US or we can provide any support outside the export
But the
league.
exporters, the members, what we have, they are all exporters and they are into the various verticals and industries. And they might not be only doing to US, but across the world, the globe. So if those members, if we can join hands and do something for them, I'm just proposing how best we could
I
do it.
understand this is the practical challenge I would see from my side, because this export league is an exclusive preparation for US market, and it is very streamlined and process oriented. And so this is the reason. This is from my side. I don't know. It would need a detailed discussion with Global Chamber rather than mine, because if I have to be part of something, I need to know the people, how prepared they are. It's more
Yeah.
about the members. I understand they are your members, but how much they have the understanding of exports or the experience of exports. So that's th- practically that's my challenge. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep it open for all capabilities. We definitely want our experience with dealing with exporters who don't have much experience means that there's more work involved in getting them up to speed. We're open to having them involved. Ideally, the folks that are going to be in Export League have some experience. And, quite honestly, all of us who are exporters and have exported, we recognize that it's not easy, that it's even for the best people, to be able to transfer your product into a new market, understand that market, communicate across cultures is tricky. And so we're very happy to provide the help. Thank you, Maha.
Thank you.
I think we're going to need to continue to move on in the program. So, Maha, is there any other wrap-up comments you'd like to make about Export League, please?
And I'm open to question. If anyone has any question, I can answer that. I think I pretty much covered it. This is an experience. It's not a theoretical thing which we are planning. So one thing I can vouch, being in this industry for almost more than a decade, um, everything is a journey and process. Each person is different and unique. So unless we get into the waters, we do not know what we are capable of, how we would navigate to other side. So the Export League will give the lifeboat if someone is ready to cross that waters with the help of Global Chambers and Consultative Board. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. On our side, Eugene Son has been instrumental in pulling together Export League Phoenix and now Export League India. We have plans to do Export League Australia and Los Angeles and Africa and a variety of other locations. And so we're very happy and pleased that India can be the second on the list and that we're working with such a capable partner in Maha. Thank you for your leadership. I'd like to introduce R.T. Nimker, and you have a guest who has a great topic for us today. If we could kind of do the conversation and do some Q&A in about the next 10 minutes, and then that would leave us another 10 minutes before we need to wrap up. Does that work, R.T.?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Would you like to introduce Prradnya, who
Yes.
thank you so much for the introduction to Prradnya, and we look forward to learning more about her great work today.
So, hi everybody. This is really a pleasure to introduce my very long time associate and a very close friend. She is Miss Prradnya Paunche, a visionary artist and entrepreneur and a founder and a creative head of organization called Trimitrana. And with a very strong academic foundation from the Haja School of Arts and a master's from the prestigious St. Jude's School of Arts, Prradnya has begun her journey in design over 2 decades ago. And she's been blending her artistic sensibilities with the practical interiors. And she has founded Trimitrana, which has since grown, I think from 2009, right, Prradnya? Which has since grown into a respected name in the interior design space, known for transforming environments into functional aesthetic masterpieces. She has worked with a very prestigious organization out here in India, the global giants like Lafarge, Roche, Straumann Group, as well as Indian leaders like Godfrey Phillips, Glenmark, Mastek, and Global Hospitals. Prradnya's approach towards her organization and her work is completely rooted into deep creativity and refined execution, and making her not just a designer but a true spatial storyteller. And her second project, which is very, very unique, is her Highness concept, which is only for women. So I think Pradnya would be the best person to talk about her own organization and her green passionate project called Her Highness for Women. Welcome, Pradnya, and I would invite you to talk about your amazing journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, all, and good morning to US people. And thank you, lovely Aarti. I am really touched. And we have a really wonderful association since long. And today she has introduced me to this global platform where I found to meet so many people in various timelines. And thank you so much, Dog, for this kind of a platform you have given to all of us. It's a really, really big achievement and really great work you're doing. And you are not only focusing on US, you are thinking about a global people who can connect with each other for a business community. And it's a wonderful work what you are really doing. Thank you so much. And I'm really grateful that today I'm able to share my thoughts and my work to all of you. Can I share my screen if you are allowing?
You may, yes.
Thank you. Is it visible properly?
Yes.
So Trimitrana is my company name. The company meaning is three-dimensional composition. So I design in 2D and convert it into 3D. That is your offices or your living space. So I always inspired by J.R.D. Tata, so very renowned entrepreneur, philanthropist, and everything. I follow him since. My little bit introduction, which is already Aarti has given, so I will quickly move on. And I'm into commercial interiors where we cater all the services from bare shell to the entire fit outs. So all the engineering requirements also covered by us in the entire thing. Because of these clients, I am today what I am today. Whatever I have done past almost 12 to 13 years, these are a few clients named. All MNC clients, various start from offices, laboratories, hospitals, their back offices, R&D, their factories, then warehouse, corporate offices, many, many more. Some of my work, I'll just fast go through. Recently, we have completed this work that is 30,000 square foot in Mumbai. Is completely designed and built by us. I'll quickly run my profile. So this is also Switzerland-based dental equipment company. They have office in Powai. Bridgestone Tires, Xerox India, I'm running fast. Hope is because I'm trying to cut short some presentation time and some cafeterias. We try to create some vibes in the places and create some interesting patterns. This is a hospital which is India's largest hospital of organ transplant, and we have designed the entire one floor for them, which is Tiara floor they call it, and this is designed and built by us. And our beauty is that every project is new to us. So this is again another Flipkart we did in Bhiwandi. This is again we are doing nowadays warehousing is one area where business is more or less is growing in warehouse areas. So we do all the facilities to warehouses. VFS Global is a visa company. I did there for 4 offices, various locations in India. This is a restaurant, a lobby, a hotel lobby, and the rooms. Basically, Trimitrana is a commercial interior design firm. So anything is related to commercial, we do that. Yeah. Now, this is one of my area where I'm working since 12 to 15 years almost now. And I design every day. So design and color is my uh, area where I play and take free hand. Then I am sharing one of my close to heart, whose name is Her Highness. So this is nothing but my mission, my life mission, you can say, and this is something after my business. This is one where I would like to work globally, and I am guiding women to buy a house. So here I guide thoroughly and the practicalities of buying a house, and there my dream is that globally every woman should have her own house, no matter what is her status and age. So she should have at least her name first, and anybody can be a second name, no problem. But this is my global mission, so this is absolutely a right platform for this. uh, this is me when I have inaugurated in 2019, and this is again me when I bought my own second house in Mumbai. So this was a puja time, and I got the keys in my hand. So what about the actually globally? I know that there is a typical mindset towards women and her responsibility. So she never thought about buying her own house for herself and the family. So this is what my mission and vision, that I wanted a safe and affordable housing for women. And for that matter, Her Highness is working throughout, starting from finance planning, her gradually growing finance, and she can buy her own house. I launched this with the good people I know, and the inauguration by Marathi actress in 2019. This was me then when I was actually giving some presentation to all women. 70% women are not aware of the finance planning. So most of the time we see that finance is handled by father or head of the family or husband. So they face this kind of issue because they are not aware of the finance. So the opportunities are this financial assistance. So I guide thoroughly. I am doing the financial literacy training programs for women. Age start by 22 up to any age. So normally my target is that 22 and till 35. So they will really gradually do that. With my LinkedIn post, I happen to meet these wonderful people from London, UK. They have read about my article and my post on LinkedIn. They approached me, and they have spent the entire day with me in Mumbai, and from Nottingham, him from UK. This is wonderful lady who bought the home on her own. I have helped her during the pandemic, and she bought her own house throughout the Her Highness. And I always celebrate with giving her a Indian traditional sari from Her Highness. These are my wonderful developers who are helping me, giving me a discount for a woman so she can easily buy her own home. And one email I wrote to HDFC Home Loan MD. She is a lady, and I wrote one single line that women are less defaulters. So I actually was looking at Maharashtra, but she has given me entire India as a home loan support bank. and I proudly say that they are with me till today even. So I guide women with the help of HDFC loan, and she give me a discounted rate for women. So why not women can stay in rental places or kind of PG or something. So I think about that also, and where she can do W at W, that sometimes the not possible rental or working women hostels can have the work from means woman at work, means she can work from hostel uh, hall or dormitory or some areas. uh, these are the actual facts about women, and it is not something India's issue, it is a global issue related to women. So I'm looking at women to have her own home all the time. This is how I do. I give them lectures, I associate, I have the team. Yeah, I am going quick, so I could save some time of yours also. I don't want to take so much time, but this is something my dream, my mission, my life mission, that I wanted one day to see each and every woman should have at least small her own name shelter and home.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. It's such an important mission and passion that you have. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I do for Prradnya, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful. I mean, I was just taken away by your personality, the way you presented. It simply looked magnificent and core of beauty. So coming to, it's not a it's kind of question and an understanding. Do you have any presence in Tamil Nadu or Chennai?
See, today I'm in Maharashtra and I'm a single-handed running organization. I have no team members in Her Highness because Her Highness teaching everything free of cost. There is no cost for women. And this is when I'm saying a mission, that means a mission is something which is I don't charge her, because the dream when I will complete this. So I wanted a like-minded woman who can really spread this to every area, everywhere. No,
That's sorry to yeah, I mean, just for the time purpose, of
yeah.
course. I
So
think
I can take online lectures to financial independence to touch to home buying.
yeah, because there are, I mean, I'm very much aware of lot of interior designers like the homes, because the concept is very beautiful. Who would not desire, which builder will not desire someone is going to do this and they are going to have more business, right? And yes, so that's the purpose. But if you need any connections, anything, I would be happy to introduce the right people from Chennai. Yeah.
Yeah. So my one, two, if you allow me, dog, to ask here. One is my Trimitrana is uh, working pan India, which is we are doing
Yeah.
design and build company, designing everything. And we are from Mumbai and good base here in India. So any global company wants to enter in India, we are there to support them, allocating the land, allocating the architectural services, including everything. We are there for them. A honest hand, you can say, you can take us to them, and we will definitely serve them thoroughly, honestly. And we would love to be, part of this kind of a thing, that where global companies, because I am dealing with MNCs, I know their requirements. Most of the time, they are very particular about the documentation. They are very particular about the, some guidelines they have, and they doesn't want to go into different areas where some problems they will face. So you consider as a India partner for them. Okay. And another thing is, globally, every woman requires some guidance related to finance and buying a home for herself. So I am always there for them, open-mindedly, anytime, 24/7. Her Highness is always on. I'm always available for any women.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. There's several people that come to mind for me to get you connected to, and so I'll coordinate that with RT. Thank you for sharing. We only have about 5 minutes left, and so is there any final comment that you would like to make, Pradnya?
So basically, I'm really glad that I could share my mission vision to a platform like you. And thank you, Aarti, for taking me on this level. And I am sure now I'm really on a right path where I'm saying always that this is not a India problem or it is not something for India. It is a for global. So today I think so I'm a first step towards my dream come true.
I completely agree. There's I don't know, Sayana, if you are open to speak, and if you're not, that's fine. But there's a little bit of common theme between Sayana's passion in helping companies reduce sexual harassment and making people's lives better, as you are, giving people empowerment to be able to be better, live better lives. Sayana, do you have the ability right now just to say hi and to
Yes,
share a little bit about your work?
of course. So, Pradnya, I was very intently listening to your presentation. I'm sorry if I cannot switch on my video. I'll try if I can. But there are other people also sharing the same bandwidth in my home right now. So I'll keep that. If it opens, well and good. So, Pradnya, I have also shared you a LinkedIn connection request because I really felt that what you're doing is somewhere we are addressing the problem of women being invisible, women not prioritizing their work over other responsibilities with which they get entangled in. And when we create those safe spaces, that's when we start nurturing their competence. That's when we start nurturing their confidence. And the talk about saying that prioritizing and putting yourself first and stating that, you should think about a home for yourself is a lovely concept. This is probably one of the building blocks, literally, to think about yourself and not being a second fiddle to someone else. Yeah, and the first home or second home, wherever, it is yours. It is something which you have built. And in a country like India, where shelter, food, clothing, all these things are primarily very important because we are coming from that middle class background where we still struggle to put things in order and then think about ambition. This is one step closer, and I hear you, and I would love to uh, e-coffee with you on some weekend and find out more and see how we can really bring value to each other's works. Yeah,
Yeah, basically, thing is that traditionally women always felt that my job is to take care of my family. Nobody is
absolutely.
teaching her that you can do anything like a man. It is not something. I always say that because of this Nottingham people, I come to know this is Mr. Dog also can agree that even in US also there are many ladies who are not having their own identity anywhere. They are always depend on their parents or husband. They are not even aware that what my husband is having us as a investments or where he has flats or any investment, and pandemic has taught us that uncertainty of the life. So
Yes.
one of the partners, means husband might be, she lost one of my friends. She is not even aware what he has, a bank account and his savings and everything. And believe me, nature has created and gifted her to rebirth. So this is a big step given by nature to us, so that nature believes us. So why we are not believing in ourselves? We can create wonders. And why I'm talking about 22 age? Because first salary, she starts saving money. I bought my first house at age 30. And I know buying home in an early age is a very, very important when she is growing in her personal life as well as a business life or her professional life. That home
Absolutely.
gives her a big number in her business. I got 40 lakhs rupees OD basis on my own home. So I don't need.
I'm sorry. I do need to end the meeting. We're at the top of the hour here, and then at the bottom of the hour there, and we have a couple other things coming up. Thank you, Jem, for putting, I think, in the chat area the Global Women Online Network that we do every final Wednesday of the month, where women from around the world get together. And we have a couple of women who lead that. And the original creator of that program within Global Chamber, Maria Putnam, originally from Colombia, is leading that. She's a globally renowned expert on DEI. And she's amazing. And so she's been with Global Chamber for many years. And if you haven't an opportunity in 30 minutes to join, that would be amazing. We have another meeting, a Global Chamber internal meeting
Yes.
that's going to be starting right now. So we do need to end, but I'm just honored and pleased. Maha had to leave, and so she sends her best regards, and watch for Export League in the coming days. Really appreciate you, RT, very much for bringing Prradnya to the room, and looking forward to working with both of you going forward. And Sayana, our meeting earlier today and now this meeting, reaffirms my sense about you and of your professionalism and your dedication and your passion to doing the right things, and look forward to working with you as well. Thank you for joining
Thank
today.
you. Sure.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Jumping
Have a
from
great
here
rest of
to
your
the
day.